the best sunscreen in this world. I am a dermatologist and I am saying this on record. The best sunscreen in this world is the cloth which you wear or the umbrella which you take.
Heard people saying that do not step out without putting on a sunscreen, reapply. So is it a myth or a fact?
It's a very big myth.
A very good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to our today's session. We have a very special guest here, Dr. Vinay Singh, who graduated from R&T Medical College, situated in a beautiful city of Udaipur, University of Rajasthan. Dr. Vinay passed his MD from Gujarat University, Ahmedabad, India. He was awarded first position for MD by his university. His qualifications are MBBS and MD Dermatology. He owns his own clinic called the Vibrant Skin Clinic in Gurugram. Welcome, Dr. Vinay. We are super excited to have you and talk about our today's topic, which I wouldn't be wrong if I say is one of the trendiest topics right now, because skincare is considered a very important aspect of self-care, which is very relevant and related to mental health, which is of great importance. Also, we can see because of social media's influence, a lot of teenagers and young adults showcase their 8 to 10 step skincare routine on Reels and try to influence people and ask them and let them know that how much skincare is important. So this is where my first question comes from. What, according to you, is the perfect or the ideal skincare routine? And what are the essential steps for maintaining a healthy skin?
Yeah, very, very good question, and I'll be giving a very practical answer. To maintain healthy skincare as a daily skincare routine, you don't have to use fancy items. Don't go for a very fancy face wash. Don't go for a very fancy sunscreen, etc., etc., which nowadays various influencers are promoting on various social media. These are not required at all. First, you should try to have a good diet, good sleep. These are two integral part of our life. Third is you should wash your face as you wash your body, rest of the body, with a good cleanser at least 2 times a day. That is very important. And take a good amount of water. I am not saying plenty of water because there is no definition of plenty of water. Water includes various liquids also. And if you eat on time, if you clean your skin daily, then your more than 80% of the problems are solved. Whatever problems are there, suppose somebody is having pigmentation, somebody is having acne, somebody is having scars, etc., etc., they are because of the part of disease. It is not because of non-cleanliness or not keeping a good hygiene. We all take shower, we all take bath, but the problem arises once we start applying XYZ cream or XYZ sunscreen because it was promoted as SPF 100, SPF 80, which was not required for your skin. If you really want to know what type of skin is you are having or what kind of products you should be using, so contact your nearby dermatologist. And dermatologist means a person who is a real dermatologist, not as there are so many dentists who are promoting themselves as cosmetologists or dermatologist, which is a wrong way. I'll go into slight details about National Medical Commission guidelines that a person that I am a dermatologist, I cannot claim that I am a cardiologist also, right? So you should see who is a dermatologist. And there is a very big body in India which comprises of more than 17,500 certified dermatologists, which is called as Indian Association of Dermatologists, Venereologists and Leprologists. Short form is IADVL. If a dermatologist is there, more than 99% of certified dermatologists in India are member of IADVL, and I am the vice president of National IADVL. So I can say on this platform that please try to look at the credentials of the doctor whom you are consulting. He or she may be a real dermatologist or may not be a dermatologist at all and may be practicing as cosmetologists and dermatologists. Don't go to them.
Very insightful answer, sir. And from this answer, I have another question.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of dermatologists who say they are influencers too, and they promote pharmacy creams, say like adafrin, benzoyl peroxide for acne, and people usually are not aware what are going to be the side effects of these pharmacy creams or medications. So is going with their opinion okay, or actually without physically meeting a dermatologist, without prescriptions, using the medications is can have side effects?
Yes, another very good question in today's scenario. There are some certain dermatologists who are promoting becoming influencers and taking money from the companies and promoting their products, which is wrong. One. Second thing, the two names which you mentioned, they are prescription medicines. They are Schedule H drug. Schedule H means it has to be prescribed by a registered medical practitioner, not by an influencer, or it cannot be bought on OTC basis. Because suppose a viewer sees that one particular supposedly a dermatologist and supposedly a non-dermatologist is influencer and promoting one of the brands which you just mentioned, one of the products which you mentioned, gets a burn on his skin, then who is going to be the responsible person? The person who has used will be responsible only, because he or she cannot go back to that influencer and ask, why did you prescribe? The influencer has not prescribed. The influencer is just telling that yes, you can use, but always consult a skin specialist, a dermatologist. As I mentioned, what is the criteria of finding a dermatologist, right? See, if you are having, suppose somebody is having high blood sugars, they will not go to a grocery shop and ask for some medicine. They will go to a physician, get themselves evaluated, and ask for the medicine, and then take the medicine and get their sugars controlled. Gone are the days when people used to drink lauki ka juice and karele ka juice and this juice and that juice and claim to be having blood sugar controlled. There is a one Baba who used to do this, and he has become a multimillionaire because of his words. So you are feeding them, those influencers, to earn money through your purchasing, which is wrong. Do not purchase medicines by looking at Facebook, by looking at influencers, because you are going to play with your life, your skin. As dermatologists, your skin, if you are not prescribed a particular product on paper. And who can prescribe? Only a dermatologist can prescribe. No one else can prescribe. Not even a physician can prescribe. Not even a pediatrician can prescribe. Not even a gynecologist can prescribe the right medicines. What all these do, mostly, if you go to a gynecologist and say, I'm having a pimple, please prescribe something to me. They are not trained into it. What they will do, they will prescribe you some steroid cream so that you get some relief. And if you continue that, then the person who is applying steroid cream on the face will get a good beard after 3 4 months. So that is a big side effect, which is a social stigma. Nobody wants facial hair. So these are some side effects which no influencer is going to tell you on screen, right? So if you are having a problem pertaining to skin, hair, or nail, it is always advisable to go to a dermatologist. Until unless you are living in a cave. If you live in jungle and cave, you don't have a dermatologist, then that is a different issue. Otherwise, you have dermatologists in India, and I'm repeating this, we are more than 17,500 certified dermatologists who are certified by Government of India, who are practicing in India. So 17,500 is a very good numbers, right? If we talk about Gurgaon, we are having 190, 190. dermatologist, certified dermatologist. Delhi has got close to 1021. So there are so many dermatologists. You can just find a good dermatologist nearby your place and ask for some help, whatever is your problem, right?
Um, Thank you so much, sir. I think this was something that each one of us really wanted to know. So I have another question for you, which is something I really
Yeah.
want. Um, like people have great trust and faith in celebrities. Like I really like Shah Rukh Khan, and something if he would promote, I would believe it. Similarly, there are a lot of people who are like crazy fans, and celebrities say like Priyanka Chopra in one of the Vogue videos mentioned that there's this Desi Upton secret. Using Besan Upton is her beauty secret, which was like told by her mother, grandmother in her family. And she says that this is why she looks pretty. So I think most of the females out there would be using Besan Upton. So my question was, is using these Uptons better than using the products like available in the market, say from different companies which use chemicals?
See, this is a question which you are having two questions in one, two parts of the question. One is that influencers like celebrities. Suppose Amitabh Bachchan is selling one particular hair oil, right? One Phool Tel, something he sells, right? He is a bald person. Everyone knows he's a bald. Same is Juhi Chawla sells some oil, and her husband is bald. She married a bald person, right? If that oil was so effective, then why her husband could not get hair on his head? And also, Shah Rukh Khan used to come in Lux ad, right? So I'm sure Shah Rukh Khan must not be using Lux as bathing bar, but the companies these are all super duper celebrity influencers. There is some disturbance which is coming. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, are you audible?
Yeah, Dr. Vinay, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that all these celebrities, they are being paid to speak about one particular product, be it cement, which Amitabh Bachchan is selling. You can see various hoardings. He must not be using cement daily for his daily routine works. So one is this, that you should be having an open mind, be practical, right? You should not be carried away by this influencer things. Second question is that you said that about Upton and all, right? See, because these are being marketed by various companies and the ingredients can be different. It's not that fixed percentage of basin is there in every Upton. So, and this is a cosmetic thing. So you can use, but there is a possibility because you are using one particular concentration at a time, then you are using another concentration at different time. So there is a good possibility that some change will be there on your skin. It may not be the same effect which you were using earlier product. It may be some different effect, or maybe something else can happen. And these are non-graduated products. Non-graduated means there is no fixed barometer of adding various ghar ki cheezein, including basin, water and all. So you can make by your own experience and use it on your face. Until unless it gives you problem, no problems. As far as some celebrity saying that her grandmother, mother and everybody is using, so basin in India and coconut oil in India is everybody's dadi ma ke nuskhe. Everybody uses for anything. So you can also use it. There is no harm, right?
I love your answer, and you are absolutely right that Shah Rukh Khan might never be using Lux. And people who promote long hair, they don't themselves have hair or beautiful skin for that matter, but they promote that.
Thank you, sir, for the answer. And as Divya already mentioned, that it was very practical. So thank you so much, sir. So I have another question,
Yeah.
which is about myths and facts. So you have a huge experience in the field. So I have heard people saying that do not step out without putting on a sunscreen, reapply. So is it a myth or a fact?
It's a very big myth. See, I'll tell you very, very practical thing. Indian skin requires a sunscreen with SPF above 15, 15, not 50, right? One. Second, if you are going out in the sunlight for more than half an hour, direct sunlight, continuously more than half an hour, then only you should be applying a sunscreen. Third, whenever you are applying a sunscreen, it should be applied 30 minutes before getting exposed to sunlight. Fourth, if you are going out in rain or you are going for swimming, then you have to reapply the sunscreen after 1 hour. If you are again in sun for more than 30 minutes, direct sun. Fifth is the best sunscreen in this world. I am a dermatologist and I am saying this on record. The best sunscreen in this world is the cloth which you wear or the umbrella which you take. Okay, so do not apply sunscreen daily. This is again a very big myth, and it is because patients, they get influenced by various social media channel, and because they are selling it so hard, and they say that SPF 80, SPF 100 is needed. It is not needed. 99.9% of Indians are deficient in vitamin D. Why? Sunlight is the richest and most economical source of vitamin D, right? We are applying a sunscreen and we are preventing our body, our skin to make vitamin D for us. Second thing, Indians, whether they are vegetarian or non-vegetarian, we all eat burnt food. We don't eat food which is cooked in which is either boiled or cooked in a way where we preserve the vitamins, etc., which most of the Western society people, they do. They don't cook in masala and oil. They put olive oil over boiled vegetable, whether it is veggies or it is non-veg. They don't cook, they bake or they roast, but they don't cook like we do. So we are not taking vitamin D from our food, vitamin B12 from our food, and we are being influenced by influencers because they are being paid heavy money to apply a sunscreen daily as soon as we step out of our home, which is wrong. 30 minutes is the bare minimum. If you are exceeding 30 minutes, direct sunlight, if you are like a traffic policeman, if you are standing in the sunlight, not wearing proper clothes, then you should apply. And that too, you have to apply 30 minutes before going out in the sunlight. And the SPF should be above 15, and it should be a physical barrier. Do not go for a sunscreen which says that it is a gel base, or it does not. When you apply, you will not. Nobody will notice. Everybody must have seen cricket. India is a very big cricket loving country. Cricketers and football players, they apply sunscreen which is visible like white colored on the face, most of them, right? That is the real sunscreen, which contains zinc oxide. It should be a sunblock. It's not like you're applying something which is not visible to anybody and how it will prevent sunlight. There is no science like this. And once we including myself, once we look at Facebook and Instagram and all these influencers, we forget about chemistry, biology, what we have read in our school, and we just look. We see that Aishwarya Rai Bachchan is selling something, and it must be good. Some shampoo she is selling, and it must be good. So,
Thank you, sir. This is something which is going to stay with me forever, I think. So, from the same question,
yeah.
Is there any other myth or fact you would like to talk about, which is a general misconception?
Yes, of course, there are so many as far as dermatology is concerned. Like I said, shampoos. There is no shampoo on this earth which can prevent hair fall. If you are having hair fall will happen because that is nature. 10% of our scalp hair are in anagen phase, catagen phase, they will fall, right? So 10% of 10 lakh hair will fall in a day. That is a normal thing. There is no shampoo on this earth which can prevent hair fall. One, as we are talking about shampoo, so there is again a very big myth that shampooing hair frequently will make you lose hair. It is wrong. As we are washing with a cleanser or soap our scalp is our own skin. We should be using a shampoo if required daily. There is no harm in doing that. Then there is another myth that you should be applying a hair oil daily and keep it overnight and then wash it in the morning. I am sure you must have done it, and you probably would have done in this week also. So the except petrol and diesel, whatever you are applying, they are all same. Okay, except petrol and diesel. Mark my words, except petrol and diesel, whatever you are applying on your scalp, they are all same. They're all palm oil. There's nothing called avla. There is nothing called almond oil. It's all bogus things. And the same oil which you have applied, Mansi, on your scalp, take the same amount in a small bowl and keep it at your bedside overnight. See in the morning how much dust it is collecting. Then you just try to imagine the same amount of dust you are collecting on your scalp, on your hair, if you are using it overnight. Be practical, don't use anything. Again, practicality. No almond oil in this world, in India at least, I'm not saying the world, in India, can sell at a very cheaper rate. Good quality of almond costs around 1500-1600 rupees a kg, out of which you can extract 150 ml of good almond oil, and which you buy from market 100 ml. I don't know how much it costs, but it is not definitely not 1500 or 1600 rupees. So there is nothing called almond oil, there is nothing called amla oil, nothing. They are all gimmicks, eyewash. Basically, they are all palm oil with added essence and color, nothing else. So I tell always to my patients, except petrol and diesel, whatever oil you want, you apply. The ad you see, you like, you can apply. I again give the same example of Juhi Chawla, that she married a bald person and she's selling some oil, Mahabringraj something. She could have grown at least one hair on her husband's takla, which she has not been able to do. Right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I mean, this was a very shocking kind of advice. I mean, I never knew that all of these oils are the same. And the overnight oiling thing, I've done it a lot of times, like a lot of times.
Do it today, tonight, do it tonight. You take the same amount of oil and keep it just next to your bed overnight and see in the morning how much dust it has collected.
Jayaji has some question.
Yeah, sure, please.
Divya, would you be able to read it, because I'm not able to in the chat box?
Yeah, I'll do it. So, Jayaji has a question. Sir, in winters, when I sit in sun to take vitamin D, I get some allergy on face. What should I do?
See, that means you are having solar sensitivity. Jayaji, you are having solar sensitivity, so I would advise you to take vitamin D capsules in consultation with your physician. Don't go just now rush out to a chemist shop and buy. Go and get yourself whatever need is there, how much vitamin D you are deficient in, you take that. And if you get tanning or you get sensitivity, you get redness, etc., you consult a dermatologist. They will see what is the problem. And then it is not that you are having solar sensitivity because your skin is sensitive. It's not that. There are so many other factors which make our skin red once we go out in the sunlight. For example, some persons, some of the people, they keep applying gore hone ki cream, which they go to the chemist, buy, and keep applying for many years. That contains a steroid, and once they get exposed to sunlight or they get exposed to cooking gas flame, their skin becomes red. So there can be something. I'm not saying with you this is there. I'm just giving you an example. So for that reason, if your skin gets red or anything burning sensation, etc., whatever is happening, you please see a dermatologist. Diva, you are mute. Diva, you are.
She said she's already taking it. And he has another question, that is it advisable to go for hair coloring? Are they harmful for scalp? I'm scared of doing that.
Good, you are scared of doing that. It's very good that you are scared of doing that, because I'll give you a very, very practical thing which you can check. The color of hair thing, whichever brand or whatever amount of money you are spending, the basic ingredient which gives color is the same which is present in a shoe polish. Full stop. I say that we forget about our chemistry, which we have learned during school times. If you go to a good store which sells products from abroad, because in India, the color, all these companies, they hide it. Okay, there is no law that you have to mention each and every ingredient. You go to a good store which sells all these 2-3 products from abroad, pick them up and compare the two things, and then you'll get the answer. Don't use.
Then what?
Because yes, what harm it can do, because of the coloring agent, you can have irritation, dermatitis, hair fall definitely will be there. It's not that hair fall never happens, it will happen. Suppose you are having 10 hair, uncountable hote hain, lekin if you are having 10 hair and you think that I'll hide them by coloring, rest of 99.9% hair will go white after 1 or 2 colors. Right?
And what to do if someone has untimely hair, gray hairs? Like, if I have a friend who is in her 30s and she has gray hair. In fact, my daughter, she is 10-year-old and she has 3 tight gray hair.
See, don't count. First of all, don't count and try to improve the nutrition of the person. See, why we get hair which is white, gray hair? Because of age. But if you are getting it before you have crossed 50s, then what you can do is try to improve your nutrition. Because hair root cells are one of the fastest growing cells of our body. Hair root cells, our retina of the eye, and the gonads. Gonads means the sperms and the ovum. These are the fastest dividing cells. Not growing but dividing cells. They divide very fast. So they need more energy. They need everything in proper quantities. So if you are getting it in a early age, then there has to be some reason. Genetics is the biggest reason. Second is environmental factors. Suppose somebody is smoking, should not be smoking, but is smoking. His or her genes do not allow, then why to smoke? Body will try to tell your you should avoid. By I'm giving an example. I'm not saying that every smoker will have white hair, right? Nutrition, environmental factors, sleep habits, different diseases. People have thyroid, they do not know. People develop diabetes, they do not know. They can get premature graying of hair. We call it premature graying of hair. For that reason, if you are having premature graying of hair, see a dermatologist who understands and who will try to find the reason and then treat. Another thing, whatever hair has become white can never ever be turned black. If suppose somebody claims, we'll get a Nobel Prize. It can never ever be turned black. So you can only prevent future. You cannot undo whatever has happened. It is better see a dermatologist rather than using shoe polish on your scalp. Okay.
Perfect. I think the last question that Jayaji has. Yes, Mansi, go ahead.
You read the question. I had another question which came to my mind.
Please go ahead.
Then is it advisable to apply henna?
Yes, it is advisable to apply henna, but God has made henna which gives red color. काली मेहंदी भगवान ने नहीं बनाई. I hope you understand my answer.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
If you apply henna, then your hair will become red, which some Muslims they do on their beard, their hair. You must have seen sometimes in their lifetime, right? So no henna will give you black or brown hair. भगवान ने नहीं बनाई.
So when we were discussing about the hair thing, so this question came to me. There's this meme around DU girls. If you guys know, I'll share it. So this is a meme in which it is like journalized कि DU की सभी लड़कियां बाल कलर करती हैं लाल, purple, things like that, and they have like hair straightened. So I wanted to ask, is like smoothening and rebonding also very harmful?
Yes, they are. See, I'll tell you one thing. Those who have straight hair, they want curly hair. Those who have curly hair, they want straight hair. Right? And smoothing. See, hair is a dead tissue. It's a protein. Hair is a dead tissue. It's a protein. Except for its root, rest all is dead. If you take out your hair, Mansi, and put it in a socket and switch on, nothing will happen because it is a dead hair. Be practical. So you are what you are doing by rebonding, by keratin, by this, that, etc. You are damaging the sulfide bonds which are holding the hair properly, cells of the hair properly. Hair is dead tissue. The nail, white part of the nails, the outermost part which we cut is dead. That is why we don't get any pain, right? So these two are dead. So if you are doing anything on it, you are disrupting the disulfide bonds. And once you disrupt the disulfide bonds, your dead hair will become burst. So don't go for this. Many people now every I see holding keratin in 999. Just ask them what is keratin. Okay. Leave it as natural as possible. You are beautiful in the way which you are. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I think we do not have any more questions. Right.
No, there are no more questions. Anyone else? If we can take one last question. Rima, Sonika, if you have any other question, Akshi, Akhila. But I have to tell you, Dr. Vinay, you have explained everything in a very practical way, trying not to sugarcoat the facts, and we really appreciate that, sir, because that's what was required, especially so many influencers and so many people are trying to tell us about products or about things which can harm us. So it's important to have the facts right And I think you explained it really well, right, Mansi?
I am happy that I have cleared some of the facts. I am not after the job of influencers. I am not going to, shut down their shop. But yes, whatever is practical is practical. You have to understand. Just go to your nani and dadi and ask them how much sunscreen they have used ever, or how much colors they have used ever. Never. In olden days, we used to have in India, I don't know whether you guys were born at that time or not, we used to have only one Lifebuoy soap, red colored Lifebuoy soap. Whether you shampoo, wash, or you wash your body. Right? So still we were good. And also I'll give you another example, practical today's example. You must be seeing maids and laborers around you. Right? They're having jet black hair. Most of them. Rickshaw pullers, you can see they're having good hair on their scalp and jet black hair, because they don't have enough money to fiddle with them, to play with all these. So the less you play, you will have naturally, you are good the way you are born. Nobody can change the genes. If somebody has to go bald, will go bald. If somebody has to have premature hair whitening, will definitely have. Nobody can change the genes. Somebody is going to get black on the face, will get. Yes, the dermatologist can help you in delaying the things. Okay, nobody can change the genes, but yes, we can delay the things if you reach to us in proper time with practical advices. We don't, at least I do not try to sell to you a very expensive product, considering that yes, this sunscreen will prevent you from sunburn. No, we need vitamin D. We have to be practical. Considering our food habits, we have to be practical. You must have seen in beaches, the foreigners, they practically go nude on the beaches. Why? They want vitamin D. Right? Because in their country, sunlight is not there. We are having ample amount of free sunlight, but we are having more harsh sunlight than what is required. Okay, so there is a way we have to balance our exposure and our vitamin D also, and our other benefits also. This goes with hair, this goes with nail, this goes with whole of the skin.
Right, so there are last few questions which has been posted. Mansi, are you able to see, or you want me to read out?
If it's possible, please read it.
Yeah, so what about laser treatments for permanent hair removal and tattoos and piercing and acrylic nails and serums?
Okay, see, it all depends on the medical condition. Suppose you are having hirsutism. Hirsutism means extra hair where you do not need, for males as well as females. So if you are having hirsutism where you do not need, for medical reason or for the cosmetic reason, you can go to a dermatologist, certified dermatologist, and get hair reduction laser done. Do not go to a parlor, because they are going to botch up. The person who is doing laser in a parlor or in a doctor setup, not the doctor doing laser. If the doctor is not doing laser, run away from that clinic, because the person who is doing laser at that place may not be even 10th pass. So how can they understand physics of a laser machine? And how can they understand skin of a person? Your skin is different, mine is different, Dr. Deol's skin is different, Mansi's skin is different, everybody's skin is different. Only a dermatologist can understand what jewels should be given for removal of hair, or for removal of tattoo, or removal of pigment. What should be the frequency, what should be the jewels, what should be the spot size. All this has to be decided by a dermatologist only, not by anybody else, be it in a dermatology clinic also. Like I do everything in my clinic, I do it myself. I don't let my staff do the things. Next is piercing. Ear piercing, we know it doesn't harm. Now people get nose piercing done, people get belly piercing done. They're all safe until unless the particular thing which is inserted in your skin starts giving you reactions. If there is no reaction, then fine. You can get it done. It is for your own cosmetic reasons. Acrylic nails also, you can get, they are artificial nails. You can get nail extension done, provided that on the skin they do not touch the skin with any chemical, etc. The glues which are applied, if it is you are having contact dermatitis while chopping the vegetable, suppose you get something while washing the clothes with the detergent, then you will definitely have problem while getting nail extension done. So don't do it. If you know that you are getting some sensitivity, don't do it. And you asked about serums. See, serum is a very, very broad thing which has got no relevance until unless the ingredient in the serum is quantified. Quantified means, suppose we talk about hair serum. If Procapil 4% is there, it has to be mentioned on the bottle that 4%, and it should not be a cosmetically licensed product. You can see on any product, you just pick up the product and see manufacturing license. If it starts with COS, it is cosmetic. So cosmetic products, there is no need to even add that particular thing in the serum because there is no check. Nobody checks that. If it is not a cosmetic product, there will be no COS. Then there will be different according to different states. COS is valid for whole of India, right? So if any product you pick up and see COS as manufacturing license, that is a cosmetic product, then even if it contains only water, nobody is going to check it. So in serums, if you want to buy a serum for various things, like say for face, for hair, go to a dermatologist. They will prescribe you a serum according to the skin or hair need. Don't go OTC and buy, because what you will buy is either looking at the influencer or somewhere in the newspaper, etc., which will be a COS. Medicines cannot be advertised until unless there is a notification from the government, right? Only cosmetics can be advertised. And in cosmetics, the cosmetic license, if you are adding out of 20 items which is mentioned, if you are adding 1 or 0, nobody is going to check. I hope I have given enough of practical advice to digest today.
Yeah, so Sonika has rightly summarized that everything depends on our lifestyle, what we eat, and how we live. So
Not everything, Sonika. Actually, suppose if I'll give another example. I have to give you example. Suppose if you are having a family history of diabetes, and if you do not improve your lifestyle, what you eat, and you do not take care of your exercise, etc., then you will have diabetes. Definitely, there is no way which can prevent. There was one Baba who used to say that my medicines will prevent COVID, which has been busted. He used to say that my medicines will cure diabetes and AIDS. It has been busted. So that is all a useless story. What I'm saying is, if you are having a condition running in the family, you have to take care of your lifestyle according to that condition, be it thyroid, blood pressure, skin diseases, etc., etc. So lifestyle plays a major role. But if you are having a disease, you should see a doctor according to the need. Diabetes, you go to a physician. Blood pressure, you go to a physician. Right? Heart problems, you go to a cardiologist. Okay.
right. So the last question of the day: what are the side effects of glutathione, and what is the prescribed doses? In fact, these days a lot of conversations are happening that why Indian, Indian skin being, dusky and not fair, they are going for glutathione treatments. So is it prescribed to take a glutathione, and what is the prescribed doses?
See, it depends. Prescribed doses depends on the condition which a person is having. One. Second, glutathione is being manufactured inside our body by bacteria. Third, glutathione is needed for upkeep of our liver. Fourth, it is a good effect that glutathione reduces the tone of your skin, but we cannot discriminate between a dark person and a fair person. Everybody wants to become fairer. Side effects of glutathione are injectable glutathiones can kill a person. Don't go for injectable glutathiones. It has to be given in a proper ICU setup, one, or by a very trained doctor. Don't go to a nurse or somebody who is injecting glutathione for some few rupees because the hospital or the doctor is expensive. Okay, it can kill. Third, the various glutathione which is being marketed in India, they are not having recommended daily allowance RDA values. So if you are purchasing glutathione of 5,000 rupees a bottle, it may not be good for even 200 rupees. Right? So as such, glutathione is very safe, but why it is needed, why you need it, depends on the condition of your body. If your liver is compromised, you need it. Alcoholic liver disease, you need it. You need it for various other things. Glutathione is a master antioxidant. It reduces the oxidation of pollution also. But how much do you need is to be decided by a doctor. And here, a physician can also decide. Of course, dermatologists will take care of the skin and hair and nails, and then decide about the doses of glutathione, and also the brand or the product which contains ample amount of glutathione, which is recommended daily allowance. So don't go and purchase outright from the store or from net or from any of the platforms, because what you will be getting, you do not know, you cannot claim. Again, the same story. If it is dietary, see, all the Ayurvedic medicines, they write Ayurvedic proprietary medicine, means that this is not for cure. Ayurvedic proprietary medicines are not for cure. One. Second, anything which contains COS as manufacturing license is cosmetic. Third, dietary supplement written on a pack of glutathione may not contain the right quantity if it is written dietary supplement, because they get the license to market it but without any check. Okay, now I think Mansi is thinking how much money I have spent on glutathione.
No, I haven't. I heard the name first time. I didn't even know what is this.
Okay, I'm just joking.
So thank you so much, sir. And in today's session, we had people from all the age groups, and almost all of the questions, all the perceptions, and the different misconceptions. Everything was cleared very practically, and all of us got all the relevant and the exact correct information. And we are so grateful to you, sir. I'm definitely not coloring my hair again now. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a really enlightening session, and we learned so much about, real skincare. I'm sure so many people have many more questions. Maybe we will have another part 2 session, Mansi, very soon with Dr. Vinay.
Anytime. I would be glad to help everybody, and I am thankful to various viewers who have posted their questions, and I was able to answer in a practical way, so that you guys don't get fooled by influencers. That's what I can say. Right? Before the advent of this bimari, I call this as a bimari. Before the advent of this thing, we did not have exposure to influences. Where was all sunscreen? Where was all SPF? When the humans were born, sun is there since then. Influences have come in past few years, and post-COVID, they have just cropped up like mushrooms. So be practical, think about it. Whether they are selling a cement, same person is selling cement, and same person is selling Banful oil. Somebody is selling pen. So use
Perfect, sir. We will do that. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And thank you, Mansi. You were awesome.
Thank you, Mansi and Dia. Thank you,
Thank
Diva. Thank you, Mansi. I'll take leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
sir.
Good night,
A lot, sir.
everyone.
Thank you so much, sir.